Leo, the painter, was a shy soul. He often found solace in the quiet corners of his small apartment, where the world outside seemed like a distant hum. His heart spoke through his art, vibrant canvases filled with dreams and emotions. Each brushstroke was a whisper of his innermost thoughts, a language only he truly understood. He lived in a small apartment overlooking a bustling street. The constant movement below was a stark contrast to the serene world he created on his canvases. Below his window was a flower shop, a symphony of colors and scents. The shop was a vibrant oasis amidst the urban chaos, drawing people in with its charm. Clara, the florist, was as bright as the sunflowers she sold. Her presence was like a burst of sunshine, warming the hearts of everyone who crossed her path. Her laughter spilled out onto the street, mingling with the sweet aroma of lilies and roses. It was a melody that brought joy to the passers-by, a reminder of the simple pleasures in life. Leo found himself drawn to her energy, a stark contrast to his own quiet nature. Her vivacity was a magnet, pulling him out of his shell, even if just for a moment. He'd often spend hours watching her arrange flowers, her touch gentle, her smile infectious. Each arrangement was a work of art, a testament to her creativity and passion. Every bloom seemed to come alive in her hands. She had a way of making each flower tell its own story, a narrative woven with care and love. He longed to talk to her, to know the stories behind her radiant smile, but his shyness held him back. He wondered if his paintings could ever capture the essence of her spirit, the way she brought life to everything she touched. One breezy afternoon, as if guided by fate, a yellow scarf danced in the wind. It twirled and swirled, a splash of sunshine against the clear blue sky. This wasn't just any scarf, it was Clara's. Leo often saw her wearing it, a splash of color against her floral apron. The scarf, caught in a playful gust, landed gracefully on his balcony, right by his easel. Leo picked it up, his fingers brushing against the soft fabric. It still held the scent of her perfume, a delicate blend of jasmine and fresh earth. Holding it in his hands, he felt a surge of hope. This simple scarf felt like a sign, a connection between their two worlds. The yellow scarf sparked an idea in Leo's mind. He would paint Clara, his feelings expressed through strokes of color and light. He placed the scarf on a stand, a silent muse in his studio. It became a symbol of Clara's vibrancy, her laughter echoing in his quiet apartment. He worked through the night, his brush dancing across the canvas. The painting depicted a woman, her back turned, a yellow scarf billowing in the wind. Her figure was outlined against a backdrop of sunflowers, their faces turned towards the sun, radiating warmth and joy. It was Clara, captured in his own world of colors. The next morning, armed with his painting, Leo gathered his courage. He had spent countless hours perfecting every brushstroke, ensuring that each detail conveyed the emotions he felt. The early morning light filtered through the trees, casting a gentle glow on the canvas he held. It was a new day, a new beginning, and Leo was ready to take a chance. He carefully placed the canvas outside his door, the yellow scarf draped over the frame. This scarf was not just any piece of fabric, it was a symbol of the connection he felt with Clara. He hoped that by including it, she would understand the depth of his feelings. The painting, now complete with the scarf, seemed to radiate a quiet, hopeful energy. He then sent a silent prayer to the universe, hoping Clara would understand the message it held. He stood there for a moment, eyes closed, feeling the cool morning breeze on his face. It was a moment of vulnerability, a leap of faith. He knew that this gesture could change everything, for better or worse. He retreated back inside, his heart pounding with anticipation. Each step felt heavy, laden with the weight of his hopes and fears. As he closed the door behind him, he leaned against it for a moment, taking a deep breath. The waiting began, and with it a mix of excitement and anxiety. Clara found the painting later that day. She'd been out for a walk, lost in her thoughts, when she noticed something unusual by Leo's door. Curiosity piqued, she approached and saw the canvas with her yellow scarf. Her heart skipped a beat as she bent down to take a closer look. Her eyes widened as she recognized her scarf. It was a gift from her grandmother, something she cherished deeply. The fact that Leo had included it in his painting touched her profoundly. She gently picked it up, feeling the soft fabric between her fingers, memories flooding back. She studied the painting, a soft gasp escaping her lips. The colors, The composition, everything about it spoke to her. It was as if Leo had captured a piece of her soul on the canvas. The flowers, vibrant and full of life, seemed to tell a story of longing and hope, mirroring her own emotions. It was beautiful, filled with a longing that mirrored her own. The flowers seemed to reach out to her, their petals whispering secrets of the heart. She felt a connection, not just to the painting, but to Leo, the artist who had poured his heart into creating it. That evening, Leo found a bouquet of sunflowers at his doorstep, a single lily nestled amongst them. The sight took his breath away. Sunflowers, with their bright, cheerful faces, symbolized adoration and loyalty, while the lily represented purity and refined beauty. It was a message, a response to his heartfelt gesture. Attached was a small note. "The lily is for the artist who sees beauty in everything." Leo's heart swelled with emotion as he read the words. It was a simple note, but it carried a profound meaning. Clara had understood his message, and she had responded with a gesture of her own. In that moment, Leo knew that their connection was real and that their story was just beginning. Section 5. Shadows of Doubt. As days turned into weeks, Leo and Clara's bond grew stronger. They communicated through their art. Leo would leave paintings at her doorstep, landscapes bathed in moonlight, portraits of people lost in thought, each one reflecting a piece of his soul. Clara, in return, would leave bouquets of flowers, each carefully chosen to reflect the emotions of his paintings. They would steal moments throughout the day, exchanging shy smiles and fleeting glances, but Leo, trapped in his own insecurities, started to doubt. He saw the way men looked at Clara, their admiration evident. He feared his quiet gestures were not enough, that his feelings were not reciprocated. Consumed by his anxieties, Leo made a mistake. He let a careless remark slip, his words tinged with a jealousy he didn't even understand himself. Clara, hurt and confused by his sudden change, withdrew. The once easy flow of communication ceased, leaving a void between them. Leo, realizing the gravity of his mistake, was heartbroken. He knew words were never his strength, so he turned to his art to mend the rift. He decided to paint a mural on the building opposite her shop, a grand gesture visible for all to see. He poured his heart and soul into it, the image a testament to his love and regret. The mural was a masterpiece. It depicted a field of sunflowers, their faces turned towards a single lily, radiant and bright. Above them, a yellow scarf danced in the wind, a symbol of their connection. The colors were vibrant, the emotions palpable, a silent apology that spoke volumes. Clara, drawn out of her shop by the commotion, gasped when she saw the mural. Tears welled up in her eyes as she understood the depth of Leo's remorse and the sincerity of his feelings. The mural was a love letter, painted across the sky for her and her alone. The next morning, Clara arrived at Leo's apartment with a paintbrush in her hand. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a golden hue over the city. Clara felt a sense of purpose as she walked up the steps to Leo's apartment building. She had spent the night reflecting on their argument, realizing that their bond was too precious to let go. The paintbrush in her hand was not just a tool, but a symbol of her willingness to rebuild and create something beautiful together. And a smile on her face. She knocked gently, her heart pounding with a mixture of anticipation and forgiveness. Each knock echoed her hopes for reconciliation. She knew that this moment could either mend their relationship or break it further, but she was ready to take that chance. Leo opened the door, his face etched with worry, only to find Clara standing there, bathed in the soft morning light. His eyes widened in surprise, and for a moment they just stood there, absorbing the significance of the moment. The morning light seemed to wash away the remnants of their argument, leaving behind a sense of hope and renewal. Wordlessly, she took his hand and led him back to his easel. The silence between them was not empty. It was filled with unspoken apologies and promises. As they walked through the apartment, the familiar surroundings felt different, as if they were stepping into a new chapter of their lives. That day they painted together. The act of painting side by side became a form of silent communication, each brushstroke a word, each color a sentence. They didn't need to speak to understand each other. Their art spoke volumes. Leo, emboldened by Clara's presence, found his voice, sharing his fears and dreams. He talked about his insecurities, his aspirations, and the weight of expectations he felt. Clara listened intently, her eyes never leaving the canvas but her heart fully engaged in his words. Clara, with her infectious laughter and gentle touch, soothed his insecurities. Her laughter was like a balm, healing the wounds of doubt and fear. She shared her own dreams and fears, creating a space of mutual understanding and support. They created a painting that was a reflection of their journey, a blend of vibrant colors and soft strokes, each hue representing a different emotion, each stroke a step in their journey. The canvas became a testament to their resilience and their ability to find beauty in imperfection, a testament to the power of forgiveness and understanding. As they stood back to admire their work, they realized that the painting was more than just art. It was a symbol of their renewed bond and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the room, Leo and Clara stood hand in hand, admiring their creation. The painting was more than just a collection of colors on canvas. It was a testament to their love, a love story told through whispered colors and shared dreams. From that day forward, Leo and Clara were inseparable. The shy painter and the cheerful florist, brought together by a twist of fate and the language of art. They continued to create, their love for each other blooming brighter with each passing day, a testament to the fact that even the most delicate flower can blossom in the most unexpected of places.